Fair use, commentary, and criticism. Ringo TV reactions. Let's go. So, we back again with another one. Ringo TV reactions. Back again to share our commentary and criticism. What we got here is a situation where we got to talk about this one. The subject matter is, did Hassan Campbell go ham and cross the line on Jay Prince on DJ Akademiks? Yeah, we got to talk about this one. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. When it comes to the Takeoff case, I've been covering this since the beginning. I heard all different types of content creators talk their ish. We try to keep things professional, keep things based on the case. But I took a look at this particular clip because it seems to be talked about. A lot of people going in, talking about this, sharing their commentary. So I kind of listened to the tape, see what's going on. And I want to share my thoughts on this. So what we're going to get into is a clip from DJ Akademiks where Hassan Campbell had a couple of things to say about Jay Prince. Now, I understand I don't agree with none of these ninjas. I don't follow none of these ninjas. I just share commentary and criticism, and we don't sugarcoat. Ain't no favoritism, ain't no passes. Just because a cat from New York doesn't mean I rock with them. We deal with the facts. That's it. Straight like that. We don't cover up nothing. We don't sugarcoat nothing. Now, I listened to the tape, heard a couple of things, and it's my personal opinion that Hassan Campbell not only crossed the line, he went so far left with his comments that any man in his right mind would be looking at you sideways like, bro, like, what are you doing? It's one thing to keep things official. It's one thing to share your commentary and your thoughts. But when you involve talking about a man's mother, when you telling another man that he need to suck a this and suck a that, that is beyond the case of Takeoff. That is beyond the facts. That's beyond what we trying to get to. And to add insult to injury, to do what you did and then say, we New York ninjas, like we New York brothers co-sign you with what you did? Nah, fam, we don't co-sign that. Nah. And see, I have a responsibility to talk about it. I have a responsibility to talk about it because it's content. See, a lot of people on social media, right? They like to talk about the Prince family. They like to talk about different issues. And when people talk about them, it's like, you're a hater, you're a this, you're a that. No. Whatever you put on the web stays on the web. And I'm susceptible to the same type of criticism. And guess what? I just don't care. Anybody could talk about me. It doesn't bother me at all. Say what you like. I'm not viewing. At the same time, when it comes to the case of Takeoff, we trying to get justice for Takeoff. We know the Prince family is dirty. We know they're guilty. At the same time, I think that as men, we got to take consideration into the things that Quavo done in terms of saying, let we go before I have to hurt someone. Now, I listened to Hassan Campbell's take in this clip, and he was talking grimy, talking about what he want to do. He gonna slap this person, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. See, It's that type of talk that put men underground. It's that kind of talk that causes men to get deleted. I'm just speaking raw. And to your people that's on the set, your mans in them, like, it's just sad that you got people that rock with you and they not pulling your coat and saying, hey, hold up, whoa, wait a minute, fam. You can't do that, bro. You can't say that, man. But we're going to take a look at the clip. We're going to take a look at the clip because I checked it out, and even dude right there on the side, he not happy with what you're doing. I could see it in the body language. Dude is looking at you like, bro, like, you off. And see, this is why I always say roll solo, because a lot of times the people you hang with, they don't call you out on your BS because they don't want you to feel no type of way. Your mans was supposed to call you on the side, but like, yo, cut the tape. We got to talk for a bit. Keep it about Jay Prince. Keep it about Junior. But when you bringing in a man's mom, saying F your mom, bro, that is like, there's no points gained. You lose points, actually. You lose credibility. You lose all sorts of respect from the people. Do you understand? Once you disrespect a man's moms and she don't have nothing to do with this situation, and you say what you said with such force, you don't know what that man's mom is going through. You don't even know if his mom is alive. His mom could be gone. So to say that, that's like the ultimate disrespect. That's beyond, that's like looking for attention. That's like you want attention. You have to want attention. And your mans and them sitting there and nobody's saying nothing. Now, you already done know how it is in New York. All you cats in New York, you already done know the vibes. You understand that if a dude disrespect your moms, it's on sight. You know the rules. If you got a problem with me as a man and me and you going through it, keep that between me and you. But don't go bringing up a man's mom. I don't care if the dude is foul. I don't care if the Prince family is X, Y, and Z. I don't care if you don't respect the Prince family. But yo, when you violate the mom the way you did, fam, these streets, these internet streets, even the streets in general, they not feeling that, bruh. You know what I mean? You leave them out. You went wow. And your man sitting there with his hand crossed because he know that's not right. And see, that is the reason why dudes end up in boxes. You understand what I mean? And again, I'm all for the commentary, the criticism, going in, sticking with the facts, dealing with the real issues at hand. But when you talking about a man's mom and telling him he needs to suck this and that, what kind of nonsense is that? Men don't tell other men to suck this and suck that. That's not a masculine thing, bro. That's disrespect. You can't tell another man to do this and that's disrespect. It's like you asking for something. It's like you saying, hey, I want to be in a box. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying, please put me in a box. And your mans know this already. Your mans know you crossed the line. In the stream, you could see them from time to time saying, calm down, chill. Because they know it's not right. And you know what's so sad about this? I think the brother made a follow-up video or whatever the case is. I didn't look at the whole thing, but I was reading the comments because as soon as I go to a video, I just look at the comments. And I'm seeing everybody in the comments saying, you don't gotta apologize. So I'm assuming that's probably what he did. But I'm here to tell you, the streets don't forget. And men don't forget at all. when men cross the line. No amount of apologies will save you once you cross the line. That's one thing I understand about the streets. You cannot apologize. You gotta stand on what you say. If you say what you say, you can't go back and apologize, because now you're gonna lose more respect. You understand? That's exactly how it is. You cannot say something about a man's mom and talk about how if you see him, you're gonna smack his afro off and you wanna do this and that, and then apologize. You can't apologize for that. Once it goes out in the universe, it's in the universe. You cannot take that back. So you gotta own it. And if you apologize, it only means one thing. It means you weren't serious about what you said. Right? So now let's play this tape. Let's break this thing down. Again, this clip is coming out from DJ Akademiks. Hassan Campbell was on there with his people. Everybody seemed to be drinking some Henny or whatever the case is. So let's break this thing down, see what's going on, and share our thoughts. Let's get into this.
Jay Prince, let me talk to you, my nigga. I don't respect you. I stopped respecting you a long time ago, but when you took that young boy up under your camp and decided to...
And also, I bleeped out all of the explicits, so y'all already done know what them explicits are. If you in these streets, you should understand. Let's get back to it.
Jay Prince, let me talk to you, my nigga. I don't respect you. I stopped respecting you a long time ago, but when you took that young boy up under your camp and decided to sit up there and say, I don't know the situation.
Let me also address this in the chat. Somebody said, folks keep trying to push this narrative like Jay Prince doesn't have power over the streets. Any man in this world that fear another man is not a man. Number one. If you can bleed, that means that you're not God. That means you're susceptible to death, right? So no man's supposed to fear another man. Number one. Nobody owned the streets. This is a problem with ninjas, right? Nobody owned the streets. Right is right, wrong is wrong. My point in this particular stream is that it's not about fearing Jay Prince. It's about when men cross the line. It's about when men, they don't keep it official with what's going on with the Takeoff case. See, it's one thing to criticize Jay Prince Jr. and stick to the facts and talk about them. It's another thing when you go in on other things that have nothing to do with the Takeoff situation, and then you start disrespecting, right? And not just normal disrespect. I mean, it's like you're begging to go underground. You got to understand that as a man, there's things you just don't say. Number one, we know the rules. You don't tell another man to suck your this and that. You don't do that. That's a violation. Every man supposed to know that. It's in the handbook of life. You know you're not supposed to do that. Ultimate disrespect, right? You don't disrespect another man's mom when she ain't do nothing to nobody. His mom could be struggling. His mom could have passed away already. He could still have a lot of feelings for his mom because he may have lost his mom, despite if you disagree, despite if they had something to do with the death of Takeoff. It's disrespectful. As men, we know this. You leave the women and the children out of it. You don't bother them. You focus on the person. That's like if me and you beefing, and then you start talking about my wife, or you start talking about my kids. You're a weak brother. You just proved to me your hand. You played your hand. You're weak. You're going after the vulnerable. It means that you don't got nothing on me, so you're trying to trigger me. You're trying to provoke me to anger by talking about the wife or the kids. So when a man resort to talking about your mom, he is literally thirsty for that attention. And sometimes as men, you got to think before you speak and recognize that triggering certain type of demons and elements can cost you a lot. And this is why I'm kind of disappointed with your mans and them on the set, because they didn't just stop you right in the tracks and say, yo, fam, and check that right at the beginning of the door. As soon as you went in on the moms, the fam was supposed to say, hold up now, hold up. Yo, retract that statement, bro. Retract, clean that mess up what you just did right there for the streets, straight. Because the streets is not gonna respect that. Any street dude, no, you don't do that. That's a violation. And many cats in New York, and nobody gonna vouch for you for that, bro. Like straight. Nobody gonna co-sign that, because any street dude in these streets would know if anybody crossed that line, it's gonna be a problem. On sight, they know that. Do you understand? And it's just sad that we gotta address these things. Again, here on Ringo TV Reactions, we don't practice no favoritism. We don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't know this cat from nowhere. Do you understand me? But my job is to share commentary and criticism about the news and what's going on in these streets. So let's get back to the tape. Let's break this thing down so y'all can hear for yourselves what's going on.
Jay Prince, let me talk to you, my nigga. I don't respect you. I stopped respecting you a long time ago, but when you took that young boy up under your camp and decided to sit up there and say, I don't know the situation with that paperwork. I don't know how that paperwork came about. I don't know the caliber of the nigga of that paperwork, but he came in, he checked into your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother and everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga. I don't respect you because you had a child that wasn't a street nigga.
Are y'all listening to this, bro? Are y'all listening to this, fam? Now, what does his mom have to do with the situation? Look at your mans right there. Look at the posture of your man. He know you off. He know that. I can guarantee you, brother man, know you violated. You know what I'm saying? He have his hands crossed and he kind of trying to distance himself a little bit from you. By the way he's postured right there, it's like if he's trying to lean a little out of the way, like, man, why am I sitting next to this brother? Like, seriously. But he ain't say nothing to you. He was supposed to say something. Real mans in them, they gonna say something. They gonna pull you to, listen, they gonna let you know, yo, bro, you need to retract that right there. Seriously.
House. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother and everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga.
And then somebody in the background started laughing like it was funny. And this just goes to show how disrespectful this is. It's not just that Hassan said F your mother, right? But then you got cats laughing in the background like, yo, dude, so if we got up and we said that about your mom and your mom dead, you gonna be cool with everybody laughing? Like this is how grown men move in these streets? I thought there's a certain set of codes that brothers live by. Yeah. By dude crossing his arm like that, that mean he not with it. That mean it's like, yo, that's my man and all, but I'm not co-signing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking at the situation like, yo, man, that's crazy. He can't even believe it was said like that. But he gonna roll with him. But I can guarantee you when they left, they probably was talking about that situation.
That paperwork. But he came in, he checked into your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother and everything that gave.
See, let me tell you something, fam. If you said F mob ties, I don't got no problem with that because you're talking about them. Men are men. We supposed to have thick skin. We supposed to understand that iron sharpen iron. So as a man, you're supposed to be able to take criticism, harsh criticism. At the same time, when you address his mom and his mom have nothing to do with this, that's the ultimate disrespect. That's where the line is crossed. And there's no turning back from that. No apology can get you out of that one. You can't say, hey, I apologize, my bad, I should have never said that. Apologies are never accepted once you cross those kind of lines. Once you're dealing with the women and children, the mothers, you violated. You know what I mean? There's no forgiveness for that either. It's gonna be forever talked about. Like there's no getting around that one. You can't give nobody a gift so that they can, I guess, restore your name. Like it's done. Sometimes dudes sabotage their name and their credibility and even their career by the things they say. Just like when you have athletes, they get on social media and, you know, different social media platforms and they post certain things. It destroys their name because they said something that crossed the line, and it's always forever remembered. This situation right here, it's not a good look, and that's why I gotta address it. Let's get down to this.
Checked into your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother and everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga. I don't respect you because you had a child.
It's no problem if you don't respect them. That's cool. There's a lot of people we don't respect. You could say that, but when you say F your mother, bro, you took it to another level. Even your mans in them feel some type of way. They feel uncomfortable. I know they felt uncomfortable because I can feel the temperature in the room. I could see the vibe. It's not cool. They know that. His posture is like very telling.
That wasn't a street nigga. Takeoff was a baby.
Takeoff was not a baby. He was a grown man. He was 28 years old. But I understand your point. He was a young man. He was not a baby. We gotta learn how to use the proper language when we talking. Takeoff was a grown man. He was 28 years old. You understand? He was not a baby. We can't baby the situation. He was a young man. Let's address this thing properly, because it's like if you're babying the brother. You're trying to make it look like he was a little kid and he had no way of understanding right from wrong and got caught up in a situation. He knew exactly what he was involved in. He knew where he was at. He made the choice to go. Yes, it's unfortunate that he lost his life, and we all know that somebody lined him up, and we know this happened on the Prince family's watch, and we know that it was one of the Prince family's people that shot him, so we get it. But to disrespect the man's mom, fam, that right there, that's just not cool. It's like it erases everything you're trying to do, because dudes are gonna look at that and they're gonna be like, fam, I get what you're trying to stand for, and what you said right there, man, it's just not right, bro. It's just not clicking right here. It's like I'm listening to the tape. When I heard everything else, I was like, okay, cool. But then when I heard F your mother, I'm like, yo, like, bro, nah. That's a flagrant foul right there. Totally out of line.
He died in your camp. When I go outside and I'm amongst my niggas,
Jay Prince is a powerful nigga. That's
Jay Prince could suck a... Listen, I want you to understand something.
Akademiks says that Jay Prince is a powerful ninja.
Jay Prince could suck a soft dick, a hard dick, a long dick, a small dick. I don't give a fuck about Jay Prince. He could suck any dick. And that's coming from Hassan Campbell.
Man, I talk about, man, this is like beyond crossing the line, bro. This is crazy. Bro, look at your mans in them, man. Dude by your side is so uncomfortable. You're telling another man to suck on another man's rod, bro. Like, do you understand that is just like major disrespect? Men don't do that, fam. Dudes don't even play like that. They know you wrong. There's no way around this one, man. This is crazy. Man, rewind that back, man. We gotta address this, fam.
Hard dick, a long dick, a small dick. I don't give a fuck about Jay Prince. He could suck any dick. And that's coming from Hassan Campbell.
And you signed for the package. You said this is coming from Hassan Campbell, which means come get me. That's basically what he's asking for. He's basically saying, come get me. I want the attention. Hey, everybody on social media, hey, grab this clip, talk about it, cut it, paste it, share your commentary, talk about it. I need to be seen. This is crazy. You don't tell another man to suck this, and you don't do that, bro. Like, those type of words should never even come out of a man's mouth. Like, seriously.
You's a ass nigga. You's a ass nigga. I will slap the out of your afro.
Now you just said that you're gonna slap the ish out of his afro. Right? Now everybody laughing, right? Everybody laughing and giggling. But see, now, if something was to happen, most high forbid, to Hassan, if something was to happen in these streets, is everybody gonna be laughing? That's what I wanna know. Because it's entertaining to listen to it. But see, it got away from Takeoff now. It got away from who killed Takeoff. Now it got personal. Now, why would you want to slap the man's afro off? Now you throwing out threats. Now you're doing the same thing. You're no different than what Jay Prince did in the situation with Offset, where he threw out a warning and a threat. You're doing the same thing. So how could you go in on Jay Prince if you basically saying what you gonna do to him? Now it got personal. So now check this out. When you say what you gonna do to Jay Prince, and you said that publicly over a platform on Akademiks with millions of subscribers, you gotta think about Jay Prince army and who he got around him in these streets that will take the words you say as life-threatening. Do you understand? See, I hear all this talk from guys talking about how much of a street ninja they are and they a street dude. It's like a lot of guys, they boast in this image of they're a street ninja, they've been to prison and all this other stuff as if though that's sort of like a badge of honor. But I'm saying to myself, if you went to the University of Prison, if you went to the University of the Streets, where is your diploma? What have you learned? If you've been to prison and you understand the streets and you know the dangers, you should have been taught the fundamentals of what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. Right? When you tell a man on social media that you want to slap his afro off his head, you got to be ready to cash that check when the moment comes. Because if you don't, the people going to look at you and say, wait a minute, I'm going to call this a bluff. See, it's one thing to talk about the case. It's one thing to go in and talk your ish and get serious about what's right and what's wrong. Who line who up, look at the facts, look at the video, and talk about what's going on. It's one thing to do that. But when you get personal with it, that's when it's no longer about Takeoff. You're not trying to help the case with Takeoff. You're focusing on your own self at this point. And that can cost you a lot because you got a lot to lose. And I think that a lot of times cats on social media don't realize it's a business. It's about content. It's about, entertainment. And I get it. At the same time, you got to look at the things you say and say, wait a minute. I can't be throwing out threats. I can't be disrespecting people's moms. I can't be telling ninjas to suck a this and that because it's a violation. It's like you lining yourself up now. You understand what I mean? Because again, at the same time, I don't know this brother. I don't know what he's capable of doing in these streets. At the same time, you don't know what Jay Prince is capable of doing in these streets. Are we trying to go to another funeral or are we trying to get justice for Takeoff? Which one are we trying to do? I'm trying to figure this one out. Are we trying to get justice for Takeoff or are we trying to go to another funeral? Who's trying to end up in the box? That's what is this a battle of who's the toughest, who's more gangster? I'm trying to figure this out because you're doing this on social media, which means the feds is watching, the police is watching. So with all of these back and forth threads, do we really think that it's gonna protect you inside the streets? No, it's not. The feds will sit back and watch everything transpire because they don't really care about none of you ninjas. So let's keep this thing official and focus on the situation with Takeoff and stop getting personal. I think maybe the brother probably had a little too much to drink. You know what I mean? Feeling himself, and he got a little over the hand. Because sometimes that happens, you go speaking. But see, at the same time, we can't even blame it on the alcohol, because from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So it's in your heart. You understand? It's in your heart when you said what you said, fam.
I will smack the out of your afro, your son. When Wallow.
Now you said you're gonna smack the ish out of his afro. Again, look at your man's face on the side. He know it's crossing the line. He know you violating at this point. Now look, we didn't hear Jay Prince say, I'm gonna slap Offset. I'm gonna do this and he ain't say what he gonna do. See, never tell another man what you gonna do. These are things in the streets you supposed to know. Biggie made it very clear. Gangsters move in silence. They don't talk. You never tell another man what you gonna do. You never show your hand. At that point, when I look at this, it's like you want to impress the crowd. It's like you want to impress your mans and them. You want to impress Akademiks. You're doing this for social media. And again, when I give my commentary, I'm not giving my commentary with favoritism. I'm not partial in judgment. I'm official when I give my commentary. I don't sugarcoat. You're doing this for social media, fam. I really believe that if Jay Prince was standing in front of you, you wouldn't dare talk like that. I really believe that. And that's just straight like that. Because I don't think that you really want any sort of physical activity to go down. I think it's more so for like the entertainment aspect of social media. And this is why I don't resort to stuff like threats and talking about what I'm going to do to somebody. Because this is a small world. It is a small world. You'd be surprised how many times you will run into somebody in these streets. You gotta be very careful, fam. Especially if you're a family man. You a family man, you cannot be talking grimy like that, man. Disrespecting people, moms, telling dudes to suck at this and that. Talking about you gonna smack them. Look what happened to Takeoff. What happened? What happened? Quavo said, let we go before I hurt somebody. And look what happened to his nephew. Off of just his words. His words opened the door for the devil to come in. Quavo. The words that Quavo uttered opened the doors for the devil to come through. To kill his nephew. Let's go.
Nigga, you's a ass nigga. I will slap the out of your afro. I will smack the out of your afro.
Now, what I want you to see and want you to peep, ladies and gentlemen, is I want you to peep how his man's right on the side is serious, not laughing, right? Notice how he's looking towards the other dude that's laughing. I want you to peep the game. Look at his eye contact. He's looking at the other brother by Akademiks laughing. See, the other dude who's laughing is edging on. He's edging on Hassan. I know how this goes, bro. You gotta watch out with the demonic spirits that be around you, because a lot of times you could be going in, talking your ish, and other dudes are on the side laughing, edging you on, making you feel like more like, hey, they planting that battery in your back to keep you going, because it's going out to social media and they know it's gonna buzz, the numbers are gonna go up, people gonna talk about it. And I feel that the dude laughing is actually instigating. His laugh is not really a laugh of, hey, something funny just took place. It's more of a laugh like, dude, you lining your own self up and don't even see it. It's like you lining yourself up, bro. Like, you know good and well you want to go home to your kids. Real men that have families ain't out here trying to be gangsters when you got babies at home that need you, bro. Like, seriously. This is why when I look at this, I have to share my commentary, because it just ain't right. Again, you could be a man, talk your ish, go in regarding Jay Prince and focus on him without being disrespectful, without talking about who you gonna slap and what his mom is and he need to suck a this and that. All of that is out of pocket. Straight like that, fam. Let's go.
You's a ass nigga. I will slap the out of your afro. I will smack the out of your afro. Your son, when Wallow sat up there and said, some of you niggas was raised, your son was raised with a silver spoon in his mouth. The only thing Wallow didn't understand, didn't understand when he said that, I know Jay Prince Jr., no, he is his father's child.
You got respect
I'm
for
not
Wallow
finished,
and Gilly, though.
because when Jay Prince Jr.
This way y'all jump in. Like,
Hold up, wait, they gonna get there. Because what they say, hold up, my niggas is not accountable for what I say.
Notice what Akademiks said. He said, give me the Henny, let me get out of the camera. Why? Because they know that Hassan made himself a target. You understand what I mean? He made himself a target, fam.
Hey, get me out of the camera. I don't know.
My niggas is not accountable for what I say. So what I'm saying is,
powerful.
so what I'm saying is, right? Jay Prince, right? You let that innocent boy, right? My brothers, right?
Notice how his man on the side still quiet, man. Read the room, y'all. Read the temperature in the room. His partner already done know it's not a good look. His partner already done know, like, look, fam, we hang around you. Like, we around you. And see, this is why I don't hang out in cars with other dudes. I don't drive around with no other dudes. I don't play that, fam. That's how you get lined up. I don't do that, man. I don't go nowhere with other cats. I don't roll around with other cats. I'm completely solo. Cause that's how you get lined up. You be rolling around with another cat. He got beef with some other ninjas. You in the car, they see him, they wet the car up, you gone. Why? Because you hanging around a dude that got a target on his back. So now if you walking around with Hassan after he just said all this grimy stuff and you in the streets, now you got to look your shoulder now. You got to be looking around. You know what I'm saying? And it's because he wanted the attention, but it comes with consequences. You can't put threats out there. You can't disrespect somebody's mom. You can't tell a brother to suck this and that and think it's going to be sweet. You know what I mean? It's one thing to post these videos on social media. You got the content, everybody, the crowd is going, the internet is buzzing. But there's a real world out there when you're in the streets and you don't know who's who and who rock with who. Gotta be very careful, man. Again, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cats. They might hear you share commentary, criticism, harsh criticism, and they don't got no problem with that because a man understand that there's gonna come harsh criticism. But when you violate and you cross that line, you gotta understand consequences must come. I'm not saying consequences are gonna come in this situation. At the same time, you never know. You never know who know Jay Prince that's right next to you, that got your whereabouts, that know how you move, that got your location. They know where the gym is at that you attend, the supermarket you shop with the family. They know what time you come outside. They know the color of your car. They know the license plate number. You just don't know, man. So you gotta move in a certain way. This is what I would expect street dudes to know. Everybody claim they a street dude in the hood. Everybody. And everybody is not a street dude. They're not. There's certain rules you must know and follow. There's certain guidelines you gotta follow. Hey, let's get back to the tape.
Floor is this? Third floor?
Third floor.
Hassan.
Well, hold up, Matt. Let me
Hold
get
on, hold on. Pop, hold on.
Because that's what balances me.
Pop, hold on.
My brothers balance me.
Notice his mans and them is trying to, I guess, calm him down. He just said, my people, they balance me. If they balance you, fam, you would have never went off the way you did in the stream to have that go out to the airwaves. Now it's on the web now. And what goes on the web stays on the web. That's just the way it is, you know? And it's just unfortunate because sometimes your mans and them, they listening to you talk on the internet and they could kind of picture you in a box. I'm just saying that, fam, straight. You know what I mean? Sometimes they could listen to you, they hear the remarks, and they kind of picture you in a box while you saying it, because they get kind of worried, because it's like, look, we move from takeoff to disrespect. Is the podcast about let's disrespect mob ties and their family severely, or it's about getting justice for takeoff? Is it about proving the case, looking at the facts and the details to point the finger and say, well, mob ties is responsible for the death of takeoff? Or it's about, I guess, disrespecting his moms and telling him questionable things about sucking this and that. Men should never tell another man or utter those words. You know what I'm saying? Should never do that type of stuff. I seen another video by another cat that was going in on Hassan, I guess basically saying that he got violated when he was a kid or whatever the case is by some other dude. And that's disrespectful too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of disrespect on social media where dudes are taking, I guess, personal shots to violate another man. And I'm like, look, like, what's the point? Like, what exactly is this about? You know what I mean? If a dude was molested or violated as a kid, then A, it is what it is. I don't think that's something that you use as a man to, I guess, take another shot back at a man. That's disrespect too. Because that's no different than if a woman got sexually violated by a man and you take that very same thing and you throw it in her face to disrespect her. Like, oh, that serves you right. That's why when you were younger, you were molested. Like, why would you even tell anybody that? That's crazy. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like with men get kicks out of disrespecting other men when it comes to another man violating another man sexually. It's like we get kicks out of that type of stuff, not realizing that any of you cats, any of you ninjas in the clouds, any of you in the chat, I don't care who you are as a man, if you go to prison, right, you serving some hard time, I don't care how much muscles you got, I don't care how much fight you got in you, you're not gonna stop 8 guys if they wanna violate you. You ain't gonna be able to stop them. Like, seriously. You can talk all gangster, you can pop your chest out, you can talk all street, you could talk all that talk. When you're in the penitentiary, if 8 guys decide they want to take your behind, trust and believe, you are not gonna do nothing to stop them. Straight. So the toughest man on the block can get violated. So it's never a good thing to disrespect another man about those type of issues, because it's disrespect, you know? Leave people moms out of the conversation. We grown men. You got a beef with a man, you got an issue with a man, iron sharpens iron. Leave the women out of it, leave the children out of it. Just keep it cool and focus on the facts of the matter. If we're gonna talk about the interview with Wallow and Gilly, let's focus on the interview. Let's focus on the facts so that we can prove our case and let the people decide what they want to believe. But once we go into the disrespect, you got to understand another thing about social media. A lot of times people that are watching your streams, watching your videos, they don't even care about you. They don't care if you die. Matter of fact, they want you to talk greasy. They want you to talk grimy because it's entertaining them. But when you end up in a box, those very same people ain't gonna be at your funeral. You understand? Them very same people not gonna be at your funeral, bro. I don't let people put batteries in my back when I talk. I don't allow nobody to control me. I can't be bought. Straight like that. I just speak my piece. I speak the facts. I listen to different things and I break down the videos. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't rock with none of these cats. I roll solo. I don't respect the fact that Quavo said what he said before his nephew got lined up. I don't respect the fact that Mob Ties is not taking responsibility. I already talked about Mob Ties and how I feel about them cats. but I don't go to resorting to disrespecting people's moms. You know what I mean? I don't say disrespectful stuff like that. That crosses the line. You know what I mean? There's no turning back from that. You know? That's like harming a child. There's no coming back. You can't apologize for harming a child. Once you harm a child and you go to prison and they know you violated, no amount of apologies is going to save you. You know that already. Right? Let's get back to the tapes.
Pop, hold on.
No. Hey, listen, I
got
don't want
you.
nobody hit me like, where do we find Hassan? I'm like, I'm not lying to nobody.
Notice what Akademiks just said. He said, I don't want nobody calling me, basically saying, like, where could I find Akademiks? You see, everybody's laughing and giggling and think this is a little game, but you have to understand the kind of platform that this is being broadcast on. This is not being broadcast on a small channel. This is not being broadcast to 200 subscribers. We're talking about it's being broadcast to millions of subscribers, millions of viewers, and then it's going to get shared and tweeted, and everybody going to start talking about it. Industry cats looks into Akademiks. So there's a lot of people that's going to be talking about this. So it already got back to Jay Prince. This video clip got back to Jay Prince already. You know what I mean? And it's like, Akademiks is not worrying about nothing because he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. Whoever's with him ain't say nothing. He's just hosting the show, doing what he do. The one who is the target is Hassan. You know what I mean? Dude in the red shirt, the red hoodie, he knows something ain't right. He know it. If anything, he's the only one that I could see that recognize that something ain't right. You know, he know it's not a good look, and he wish it could be taken back. And he know there could be consequences. And it's not about fair, it's just about there's certain things you just don't do. You know what I mean? I could have a heated debate with a brother, and I could walk the streets and not worry about whatever, because I know we had a debate, we had an argument, and it is what it is. But if I'm online and I'm like, F your mama, hope your kids die, F your baby mama too, suck a this or that, and I'm going wow, and I'm talking about stuff that have nothing to do with what we have a disagreement on, I'm in trouble now. Now, you might end up seeing that man face to face. He might risk it all at this point. And some guys are like that. Some guys, they'll fly to your city just to find you. People be thinking, hey, I'm in Cali or I'm over here. There's no way you're gonna find me. Dudes will come visit you. They'll come visit you over stuff like that. They'll be right at your door. It's very easy to find anybody online. I do hope you know that, right? It's easy to find anybody online. I could find anybody if I want to find you. I could find you. You know what I mean? It's easy. That's the thing about social media. We forget how easy it is to find people. So you have to be very, very careful in how you do things. I understand the entertainment value. It's entertaining. It's cool to talk your ish and all that other stuff. But once you cross the line like this, the entertainment stops. It's like when I heard the clip and I heard how he got disrespectful, I couldn't even listen to anything else he had to say after that. Cause it's like, I felt like, damn, bro. And then when you got to the part where you said, this is how New York heads, this is how dudes from New York rep these streets like this. I'm like, nah, fam, we gotta go live and talk about this one, bro. We don't do that. Nah.
Nah. Hold up.
Asking for nobody.
Yo, that's word to my mother. Listen, Jay Prince, you call Shorty a rat, right? Cause y'all blew that little nigga brains out. That was an innocent kid.
He wasn't a kid, he was a grown man. Again, we gotta stop calling people kids. He was a grown man.
An innocent kid. So you call him
allegedly. We're not putting nothing on nobody.
Hold up.
We're not putting nothing on nobody.
No. The tape said what they said. That.
Now, the dude said allegedly, which is what you're supposed to do, allegedly, because you gotta use the proper language on social media when you're addressing certain things. But Hassan basically said, F that. Forget that. Let's go look at the tape. Now, he said something here that I don't know. Maybe somebody got to send me the tape so that I can hear it, because I know I listened to the tape and I didn't hear nothing, right? I didn't hear what he said Jay Prince Jr. said. I did not hear that. So I'm asking the chat, if you got the audio of what Hassan is saying, send that to me so I can listen to it. Right? He's basically saying that when Junior walked past the body, and we also have to correct a lot of misinformation. Jay Prince Jr. didn't step over. He didn't step over the brother's body. He didn't walk over Takeoff. He walked past the body. We have to make sure that we correct a lot of stuff. In the beginning, when the crime first happened, people were saying he walked over the body. That's what everybody went with. But we later found out he didn't walk over the body. He walked by the body. You understand? That's all he did. But let's get back to the tape. Listen to what it had to say. Let's go.
An innocent kid. So you called
allegedly. We're not putting nothing on nobody.
Hold up.
We're not putting nothing on nobody.
No. The tape said what they said. That. The tape showed your bastard son.
Now notice, look, fam, the dude in the red hoodie, having spoken, kept a serious face. He looking down. Those are all signs when he's like, fam, like, look, this is not looking good. My face is all over the internet. You know, I hope I'm not caught up in any sort of drama. And it's not like I'm saying the dude is scared or anything. It's not about being scared. We got to put things in proper perspective. It puts you in a position you don't want to be in. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't got a problem if you talking about Jay Prince, and Jay Prince probably don't care if you talk about him. He probably don't care about none of us talking about him. At the same time, when you take it to the next level, it gets personal. It gets very personal. So if you're a content creator, blogger, influencer, whatever your title is, are you prepared for the repercussions? Simple question. Are you prepared for the smoke? Like if it got real, are you really prepared? Are you prepared for that? Because if you're not prepared for that, fam, right? You gotta like consider what you're doing and just put it on wax. Like, look, I'm just doing what I'm doing for entertainment. Don't take me serious. Let the people know that you just here trolling something. You know what I mean? It's just like when you look at the other cat, what is it, Charleston White? And he be just going off saying some reckless things. Sometimes you look at that and you're like, bro, is he real? Is he serious? Like, who's protecting this guy? You know? Because it's like some cats say things and they just get away and nobody does anything to them because it's like, I can't really do nothing to him because the feds is gonna get me if I do anything. And they got that kind of protection. You know? They say some reckless things online, man. I be listening to some stuff. I'm like, yo, dude. And again, we look at it as entertainment, but when people end up in boxes, are we gonna be there at the funeral? You know? And if you in the building, be sure to click the like, man. Don't just sit there listening and you ain't clicking that like button. Support the stream, bro. Click the like button. You ain't gonna get no commentary like this from nobody else. I'm the only one in these YouTube streets that is balanced, man. I'm the only one that look at things for the way they are and I balance it out.
When the girl was crying, the witness, listen, the courts is the courts. And they said, it's 3 minutes, nigga. The girl said, Jay Prince Jr., what do you want me to do with the body? He said, leave that nigga. That's what you felt about the little nigga? Conviction, nigga. It's on the internet. So what I'm saying to you is, right? Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me. I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas.
See, this is the problem right here. You saying we New York ninjas. Nah, fam, this has to do with you, bro. This is on you. This ain't about New York. This is about you. You turning this thing into a New York thing, like New York back you up. Like New York is saying this is how we rock. You know what I mean? He basically saying we New York. We like this is how New York get down. Nah, fam. It's about you, Hassan. You gotta hold this one on your own. New York ain't co-signing this. What are you talking about? New York? Nah, man. This is crazy, bro. So hold up. So you telling me that New York ninjas disrespect people moms, tell other ninjas to suck on wood and all this other stuff? I don't know any New York ninjas that get down like that, bro. That's some different type of frequency. New York cats keep it official. You know what I mean? If they got an issue with you, they gonna talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? Dudes will talk to you straight up, face to face, man to man. You know what I mean? They come holla at you. It is what it is. They handle their business. They don't look at, oh, let me disrespect your moms online. They don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? And any cat that do that, you know, he get dealt with accordingly. Everybody knows that. You know? But see, he came out the woodworks and just said, you know, New York ninjas, like we co-signing what he doing. Like, hey, cats, hey, y'all from New York, hey, back me up on this one. Notice this man right there, how he just moved back from the side. Like, notice his posture in the chair. It's like he's trying to distance himself. Like, I don't know what you mean by New York ninjas. Like, I ain't repping that, man. Like, seriously.
I'm saying to you is right. Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me.
Notice what he said. Sometimes I wish I can go back to being me. Hassan, I don't know you, fam. I don't know you from nowhere. It is what it is, bro. You a family man, bro. You a family man. You're saying on camera, I wish I can go back to being me. Why would you want to go back to being you? Why would you want to go back to your past? Why would you want to go back to the old Hassan? Why would you want to do that and you got kids, bro? You got kids. You know what I mean? Your mans is on the side looking at the situation like, bro, please stop. Like, chill, bro. This ain't even right. We rock with you, and I'm sure your people rock with you. I'm sure your fam, your mans and them on the podcast, I'm sure they your people. Ain't no doubt about that. They your mans and them. At the same time, you can't, like, look back at the tapes, bro. Look at your mans and them face. They concerned, bro. They concerned about you. You know what I mean? Don't get, you know, the ego, the pride. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Take heed to the words of wisdom, bro. You know, you got kids, you got a family, got a lady. I don't know if the brother's married or not. I don't know. If he is, you got to consider all of that. Got a wife, beautiful kids, nice house. Got a lot to live for. Can't be talking about your past life and how grimy you used to be back in the days. That right there, you can't go back there. You know, when you was a child, you act like a child. Now you're a man. You got to put away childish things, man. It's crazy, man. Let me rewind that back so we can hear the rest of that.
It's on the internet. So what I'm saying to you is right. Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me. I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to?
Notice how his man's just put his hand back into his so-called the vest he's wearing. Notice how he know he crossing that line, bro. Look at the body language, y'all. Look at the body language. Watch this, man.
I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas.
He already know you crossed the line, bro. He know you violating at this point. He hiding his hands now. He's like, I don't want no part of this. When a man put his hand inside of his jacket, in his vest, he's uncomfortable. It's a sign of, I don't want no parts of this. Yeah, Hassan is my man, but I don't want no parts of this. That's why he put his hand in his pocket. He ain't keeping his hand. To keep your hands out mean you rock with him, meaning you willing to go to the next level. You know? So he put his hands away. He's like, look, I ain't with this, man. I ain't trying to get into no drama over this dude, bro. He's my people, but I ain't trying to get down like that, man.
And to you is right. Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me.
And to everybody in the chat, keep your comments clean. You know what I'm saying? Keep all comments clean. No profanity in the chat. Use the asterisk symbol to hide certain words. If you're saying ninja, you know what ninja is. Ninja is code words for the N word. You know what I mean? Keep it clean. Keep all your comments clean. Use the asterisk symbol. You know what I mean? Or else the moderator's gonna remove your comment. I want you to rock out, do what you gotta do. At the same time, be respectful. You know what I mean? For the algorithm, keep your comments clean. Let's get back to this. Let's go.
It's on the internet. So what I'm saying to you is, right? Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me. I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas.
What do you mean we? What do you mean by we? It's only you saying this, bro. Listen, fam, don't put your mans in them in this, man. Don't put your mans in them in this. If you gonna talk your talk, then make it about you. Don't say we in this. It's not about we, bro. It's not about we, it's about you. You the one saying, you the one speaking grimy. It's not your mans in them. Now, if your mans in them was doing this too, then now you could say we New York, this and that. But that doesn't represent New York. You making New York look bad, bro. Let me just say this, fam. Hassan Campbell do not speak for New York, bro. He do not speak for New York, bro. And it's stuff like this that cause wars. It's stuff like this that cause beef, bro. When people stand up and say, we New York ninjas do this and that. New York cats is looking at you like, bro, we don't rock like that. What are you talking about? That's crazy, man.
I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas.
Now notice this cat in the chat. He says, he don't, but he's speaking what he feel. But see, here's the thing though. What he feel can put him in a box. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about social media is cats don't have a problem with people talking grimy online because it's entertaining to listen to. But if the brother end up in a box next month, right? Is everybody going to be at the funeral? Is everybody going to be there to talk to his family? Is everybody going to be there to take care of his kids? Like, I'm trying to figure this thing out because we say how he feel. No, how he feel is disrespectful. If he was to talk about your mom, if he was to talk about your fam and disrespect you, is that going to be cool with you? It's not going to be cool with you, fam. You're going to feel some type of way because you're going to be like, look, if me and you beefing, right? And I got an issue with you. If I go disrespecting your mom and she have nothing to do with this, that's a violation. You see what I'm saying? That's a violation. This is just code. We got to be on code. If I got a personal issue with you, let's keep it about me and you. And let's hash out our differences like men. But if I'm disrespecting you in ways that goes beyond the issue, there's no turning back from that. Now we beefing now. It can end up in bloodshed. We seen enough brothers die. Do we want to go to more funerals? So I'm trying to see, like, do content creators want to go to their own funeral? Or, like, I'm trying to figure this out. Are we trying to be gangsters online to entertain people? You know? It's just sad that I gotta talk about this particular situation. Look, let me break it down like this. Jay Prince, we know, put out threats. Okay. He put out threats to Offset, right? He was disrespectful. Okay. Do two wrongs make a right? That's what I'm trying to show you. You understand? Do two wrongs make a right? The way Hassan gotta move is not the same way Jay Prince move. Jay Prince represent the whole mob ties, the Prince family. At the same time, a boss is not supposed to be in public even talking. He's supposed to have soldiers doing this kind of work. You shouldn't even be talking. When you're in the public talking and going at Offset and being disrespectful and throwing out threats, that can incriminate you if something happened to Offset. So for Hassan to say, hey, I wish I was the old me, I'll slap this and I'll slap that, that's uncalled for. Because if Jay Prince was standing in front of Hassan today, Hassan is not gonna slap him. He's not going to do that. I know he's not gonna do that. Why would you do that if the man never physically hit you or physically violated your family? So I think that sometimes people say things online that they really don't mean, but they do it anyway because it'll get a click, it'll get a view. That's why I keep saying you gotta be very careful what you say in terms of throwing out threats. Because if you were to meet these people in person, are you gonna have that same energy? Are you gonna be quick to throw hands? You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And again, I don't agree with the Prince family. I don't agree with mob ties. I believe that they had a lot to do with Takeoff dying. They're not taking personal responsibility. I talked about that in many different videos. What we're reviewing right here is a situation with Hassan Campbell and the things he said to find out, was he wrong? Was he right? Like, what's going on with the situation? Let's get back to the tape.
For Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Who you talking to?
Nah, man, yo. That right there, fam. We New York this, we you know, nah. Violation, bro. Don't put New York in this. Stand on your own square, bro.
Take the what and leave the what?
Haas, calm down, Pop.
No, that nigga set up this shit.
Hold on, Pop.
Hold up. That nigga set up this shit. Hold up. He set up this shit. Yo, hold up. Jay Prince set up this shit. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what he did, right?
I drink to that.
If you ever, hold up.
Notice his man said, calm down. Like, chill out, man, all right? Like, chill out.
Brothers, right? You ever caught your wife cheating? Then told the it's your fault I cheated on you.
Nah.
I cheated on you because you ain't washed the dishes.
Oh, she caught you cheating.
No. Jay Prince, what he did was equivalent to he telling everybody on the internet, all the real niggas, whoever that nigga was that made the statement is a rat. We don't even know if he's a civilian.
He's talking about Migo bands. The ones that made the statement in the situation regarding Jazz Prince. Because I already been covering the case since the beginning. And that paperwork, I don't know where Jay Prince got the paperwork from. But according to that paperwork, it says that Jay Prince gave, well, this is what Willie Bland, aka Migo Band, said, that Jay Prince gave him the burner. That's what was said. So the reason why Prince is pissed is because Willie Bland is basically telling the feds or the police investigators everything that went down. So they looking at him as a rat or some sort of snitch or whatever the case is. Understand? But my thing is, Hassan is not focusing on the topic. He's focusing on other personal issues and taking shots when he's supposed to be focusing on the case so that he could break it down so that the audience won't be distracted by what he's doing. You know, now that he's saying all this other stuff, rather than us talking about Jay Prince, we talking about Hassan Campbell now. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Pop.
Hold up 1 second. I'm about to be finished. We don't even know if he's a civilian. We don't know what happened. But what we do know is, the street niggas know is, you took a nigga into your house that you said was your son's best friend, and then his nephew died there. And instead of you sitting up there saying, yo, whatever I could do to take care of the family and end this tragic, you sit up there deflecting, calling a nigga a rat. When the reality...
See, now, everything at this point that Hassan is saying, I've been said. If you've been following my streams, I'm the one who pretty much said that the way the situation was supposed to go on the $1 Million of Game podcast, that the Prince family, rather than focusing on Willie Bland and basically distancing themselves from any sort of responsibility, they should have been focusing on the family in terms of what could they do to resolve the situation, meaning Takeoff is gone. It's our responsibility. It happened on our watch. We apologize to the fans, to the public, and just take accountability for it. Go meet the mom, because I don't think that the Prince family ever met Takeoff's mom, dad, face to face, and actually sat down with them and broke bread. I don't think they did that, because they keep saying condolences to the mom. If you actually met the mom in person, you won't keep saying condolences to the mom because you actually was in her face, right? The best thing that the Prince family could do at this point to restore any sort of respect is to, first of all, go visit the mom, talk to the family, and make it known that you take full responsibility for the fact that Takeoff died at their private party at the bowling alley, because it happened on their watch. But to try to focus on Migo Bands as the cause to why Takeoff died, that's being irresponsible. It's almost like Mob Ties, the Prince family, is basically saying, yeah, we killed Takeoff, and what? We killed Takeoff because your man, Migo Bands, threw a punch at our man, Lil Cam. So because he fronted on Lil Cam, pistol whipped him, that's why we put bullets inside Takeoff's head. That's why we did it. So what? So what, we killed Takeoff? That's basically how it's coming off from the Mob Ties camp. They're basically saying Takeoff would have never died if Migo Bands didn't make that move with that gun that he got from Jazz Prince. You see how that works? So Mob Ties is responsible for Takeoff's death, but they're not saying they're responsible. If you watch my stream where we broadcast that particular episode of $1 Million Worth of Game, Jay Prince basically was talking in the mindset of, hey, nothing just happens. Our team, we never had nobody to violate. Y'all remember that part of the show where Jay Prince was asked the question, like, how could this happen? How did this happen? And he was alluding to the fact of nobody never tried to attack us. That's why this never happened. So Takeoff dying was the result of Migo Bands trying to, I guess, defend Quavo, because in the paperwork, according to the search warrant, Migo Bands stated that he felt that Quavo was about to get robbed by Lil Cam and Watkins. See, I know everything by heart because I've been studying the case since the beginning. So I know everything that went down, right? So Migo Bands pistol whipped and punched Lil Cam, and that's when they figure, okay, since you did that to my people, we're gonna put bullets in Takeoff's head. In order for Takeoff to get those bullets in his head, somebody pointed the gun at him. They knew Takeoff was not a threat, but since Migo Bands did what he did, they emptied some bullets inside of Takeoff's head. that had to be authorized by mob ties. Nobody from your team can put bullets in another man's head unless you authorize it. So once Migo Bands did what he did, all bets was off the table at this point. You get what I'm saying? So Jay Prince and them basically said, we're not taking accountability for this. We did what we had to do. That's it. So they're not taking accountability. Right now, they're just trying to blame Migo Bands. So now, where'd that leave Quavo? Quavo got to come out of the woodworks and talk about this one. And based on the interview, Mob Ties basically said that Quavo is going to eventually speak sooner or later to substantiate all the claims that Jay Prince had to say during that interview. So that means that it could be a possibility that Quavo is down with Mob Ties and he's going to side with them over his own family. And word on the street, based on what I'm hearing, I don't know if this is to be true or a fact, but I'm hearing that Migo Bands is Quavo's brother. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. So is he going to throw his own brother under the bus? We'll see. We'll see in due time.
To take care of the family and end this tragic, you sit up there deflecting, calling a nigga a rat, when the reality of it is, yes, certain niggas are rats, but we ain't gonna take away the fact that.
Now, what word did he say there? Because it seemed like Akademiks or somebody cut out some audio. I'm still trying to read his lips to see exactly what he said right there, but I don't know what he said, but it seemed like it was bleeped out and they cut the audio.
Rats.
Look.
But we ain't gonna take away the fact that.
Did he say violated? I'm not sure if they cut the word violated because the audio was cut on Akademiks' end. By reading his lips, it looked like he said violated. I don't know. Let's look at that again.
Is yes, certain niggas are rats, but we ain't gonna take away the fact that you set a nigga up, lined a nigga up, left the nigga.
It seems like he said violated. I'm very good with reading people, reading their lips in terms of what words they said, even though we don't hear the audio. It seemed like it said he violated, and I don't know if it was cut from the tape, but he's basically saying that Mob Ties violated.
Rats, but we ain't gonna take away the fact that you set a nigga up, lined a nigga up, left the nigga in your fucking house, he died in your kitchen, and you sat up there and still ate spaghetti like it was nothing. Nigga, you super foul. Bottom line.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Now, when he says about left them in your kitchen, he's talking about the whole setup at the bowling alley, meaning that he died in the kitchen and X, Y, and Z, whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whatever.
This Jay Prince, let me talk to you, my nigga. I don't respect you. I stopped respecting you a long time ago.
Now, there's nothing wrong with what he said right there. Saying that you don't respect Jay Prince, that you don't respect him or you lost respect for him a long time ago, I don't got no problem with that. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to respect him. Let's go.
But when you took that young boy up under your camp and decided to sit up there and say, I don't know the situation with that paperwork. I don't know how that paperwork came about. I don't know the caliber of the nigga of that paperwork. But he came in, he checked in your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother and everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga.
Man, that's where he lost me at. I still can't get over that situation right there. He was going good at one point, but he said, F your mom, F this, F that. And to everybody that's in the building, you got 1,200 people in the building. I'm trying to figure this out. You got 1,200 people watching, likes are only at like 200. That's crazy. Get the likes to 1,000, fam, and stop playing around. Like, which side are you on? Like, what's going on, fam? You in the building, click the like button. Stop playing. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We provide the best commentary on YouTube, hands down. Ain't nobody else providing you this level of commentary and criticism. Nobody else. You know what I mean? Let's get them likes up, man. Support the streams, bro.
I I don't respect you because you had a child that wasn't a street nigga.
Now, again, fam, I want to know, with a show of a one, do you feel that Hassan Campbell violated by disrespecting J. Prince Sr.'s mom? With a show of a one.
That paperwork. But he came in, he checked into your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother. And
he said, F your mother. I just want to know. I want to know if it's cool. That's what I want to know. I want to know if it's cool to disrespect people's moms that have nothing to do with the circumstances. I just want to know. Maybe that's something new guys are doing in 2023. I just know I'm cut from a different cloth. We knew there's certain things you don't say, or else you'll have missing teeth, or you'll end up in a box. There's certain things you just don't do. Y'all remember back in the day when we were coming up as kids? I'm talking about cats from the 70s and 80s. You knew back in the day when we would have beef and fight as kids, what do people used to always do? They used to get their mouth broke. Dudes used to say stuff like, your mother. Y'all remember that back in the day? We used to be in school, somebody, they got a problem with you. They'd be like, your mother. And what happened after that? They get their teeth knocked out. Y'all remember them days? We knew not to say your mother. For some reason, when they said your mother, it just sounded disrespectful. I still don't know why to this day. It was like, it just got you angry. They could say your father and it had no effect on us because most of us probably wasn't raised with our father. They could say your grandmother. They could probably still get their jaw broken, but it was something about when they said your mother. That right there was fighting words. Even as adults, as men, we still have the same principle today. You can't say nothing about Mom Duke. You just can't say nothing about her. I don't know why. It's just something you just don't do. You know what I mean? I think the reason why a lot of cats get very disappointed when you talk about their mom is because they recognize the struggles their mom been through and the fact that if their mom wasn't there, they would have never survived. So as grown men, especially in 2023, man, we got to lay off of disrespecting people's mothers. That's how you end up in boxes. I don't want to see none of you guys end up in a box. You know what I mean? Especially you family guys. Talk about J. Prince all you want. You can go in, talk about him, talk about his personality, talk about the things he say, challenge his words, put him under public scrutiny. It is what it is. But when you disrespect Mom Duke, you violate it. And there's no forgiveness for that, fam. Just like in the Bible, when it talks about the unforgivable sin, when you talk about the Holy Spirit, fam, when you violate somebody's mom, there's no forgiveness. Women and children, you leave them alone.
everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga.
How you gonna disrespect his mom by say everything that gave birth to you? You just violated. You can't say those things, fam. You can't do that. And see, you gotta have more cats that's gonna let you know that. Because again, this is social media, so what you put out on the web stays on the web. If you can talk about J. Prince, be prepared that other people gonna have their say and criticism regarding what you do. That's just the way it goes. One hand washes the other. And when people see something that's out of pocket, they gonna call that out.
Your house. Mob ties, right? Your mob ties. Your mother. And everything that gave birth to you, you ass nigga. I don't respect you because you had a child.
If you don't respect him, that's cool, fam. I'm with you on that if you don't respect him. But you disrespected his moms, though. You know, that's foul, bro. That just don't sit right with me, and I'm sure that don't sit right with a lot of you brothers, man. A lot of you brothers, when you hear that part right there, it does something to you mentally, bro. Like, it just don't, you know what I mean? You start thinking about your mom and, you know what I mean, all the things she done for you and the struggles, and you hear people, it just don't sit right with me, bro.
That wasn't a street nigga. Takeoff was a baby. He died in your camp.
That's true. You know, he did die under the watchful eye of mob ties. I agree with that. Keep it about the issue. Don't go personal. Don't get personal with the dude. Don't go to the next level because you're going to entertain demons. You know what I mean? You start inviting different demons into the scene. That's not what we want to do. We want to focus on the case with Takeoff. That's what we want to keep this thing at.
When I go outside and I'm amongst my niggas,
Jay Prince is a powerful nigga. That's
Jay Prince could suck a, listen, I want you to understand something. Jay Prince could suck a soft dick, a hard dick, a long dick, a small dick. I don't give a fuck about Jay Prince. He could suck any dick. And that's coming from Hassan Campbell.
See, now, your mans and them was supposed to check you, bro. Your mans and them was supposed to let you know, bro, chill. At that moment, I think that his mans and them should have been like, yo, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. And not even on no funny stuff, not even on no laugh stuff tracks, they should have called you out on that and said, hold on, man. Why are you telling another man to suck on a man's rod, bro? And any dude that agree with what Hassan is saying, something wrong with you, cat. Something wrong with you. Men don't do that. Men don't tell other men to suck on anything. That's the ultimate disrespect. You know? You can't do that, bro. It's crazy, man. And see, hey, I know I'm not the only one that feel this way, bro. Maybe I'm just cut from a different cloth.
The ass nigga, you's a ass nigga. I will slap the out of your afro. I will smack the out of your afro. Your son, when Wallow sat up there and said, some of you niggas was raised, your son was raised with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, I'm the one that broke it down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, maybe Hassan check out my videos and probably peep the game that I was talking about. Because a lot of times people, they watch my content and they recognize the things that I say. I'm the one who broke it down, and I talked about how when Wallow was speaking, he was actually talking to Jay Prince Jr. Put a 1 in the chat if you can recall me saying that, just for the record, because we need to make sure that the facts are stated properly. I'm the one that did the breakdown, and I made it clear that when Wallow was speaking, he wasn't talking in general. He was actually speaking to Jay Prince Jr. All of this is what I said in that particular live stream. If you go back and listen to the tape, go back and listen to the stream, you will know that during that live stream, I broke it down and I said, yeah, Wallow is talking directly to Jay Prince Jr. And I mentioned that I personally believe that Jay Prince may have asked Gilly and Wallow if they can kind of address these issues, hopefully that his son can kind of get some game so that he could recognize how to move in these streets. So if you didn't see that stream, make sure you go check out that stream. And pretty much that's what Hassan is basically saying, the same thing. That Junior was brought up with a silver spoon in his mouth, which means he's not a gangster. I told y'all this already. I told you that Junior is not a gangster. A lot of you cats out here have to stop with this mindset of being gangsters. You were never raised like a gangster. You're not a gangster. You don't got bodies all over you. You're not a gangster. You're not in these streets. Gangsters, listen, gangsters are either in the penitentiary or they're in the cemetery. Do you understand me? That's the destination. You see what I mean? And if you still a gangster and you in these streets, chances are you not in the public talking about what you're gonna do to other men, because the feds is watching social media. So you're not playing by the rules. Biggie told you gangsters move in silence. A real street dude is not gonna be on social media on YouTube talking about what he's gonna do to another man. That's dumb. If you're gonna handle your business as a man, you got beef with another man, right? You wanna put him in a box or whatever the situation is, and those are your thoughts, then just do what you're gonna do and just don't come on social media. You don't got nothing to prove to nobody. Real men just stay quiet. They don't talk about what they're gonna do next. Just do what you're gonna do. Don't talk about it. Don't publicize your hand. Remember, chess, not checkers. Cats that always talk about what they're gonna do to another man is a coward. They're not real. It's an illusion. You know? You don't get respect by coming on social media talking about, yo, when I see you, I'm gonna slap you up. That's for clout. That's for social media. That's for social media. You'd be surprised how many times, fam, I ran into people in the street, people that talk crap about me online. And then when they see me in the street, yo, what up, Ringo? Yo, what up, fam? Yo, what up? With hands out, want to give me pound and all this other stuff. But online, they talked another way. What I'm saying is, all of that street talk, gangster talk, keep that at bay, right? When a man violate your family, they trying to threaten your family life, then bring out the gangster. Every brother supposed to have a hidden gangster in him that comes out when somebody try to violate his family. That's when you bring out the demons. Serious. That is when you entertain them damn demons that want you to go wild out. Do that when somebody try to violate your family. But don't talk grimy and greasy online. It's just not a good look. I understand people want views. They want clicks. But you got kids. Kids, think about that. Kids, you got kids that need you. So we don't want anything to happen to you. You understand? And this goes for all the cats that be in the chat, all the cats that be in the clouds. When you see people that you, I guess, look up to on social media, you follow their content, if they live streaming and they wilding out, cussing and flipping out, sometimes you got to say something, send them a message on Instagram, be like, fam, I watched your stream, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of be careful, bro, like with the things you saying, you know what I'm saying? Like send them a little warning or something, like to kind of get them a word, like look out for these people, man. Send them something, man. Because sometimes if you're not careful, you in the audience, sometimes you riff people up. You know what I'm saying? When it's like, let's say if I'm talking about a topic and everybody's like, yo, go in, Ringo, go in. You plant that battery in my back and I'm not careful. Next minute I'm talking crazy. Why? Because I'm trying to please the audience. And that's when you get yourself in trouble, because I always understand that when the audience go away and the cameras turn off, it's just me standing. So I gotta always think about the things that I do. Very, very important. The people not gonna be there. Social media is one thing, but when you walk out in them streets, you in another world.
The only thing Wallow didn't understand when he said that, I know Jay Prince Jr. know he is his father's child.
You got respect
I'm
for
not
Wallow
finished,
and Gilly, though.
because when Jay Prince Jr.
This way y'all jump in like.
Hold up, wait, they gonna get there. Cause what they say, hold up, my niggas is not accountable for what I say.
Give me out of the camera. I don't know.
My niggas is not accountable for what I say. So what I'm saying
is powerful.
So what I'm saying.
Notice what he said, fam. He said, my ninjas are not accountable for what I say. My ninjas are not accountable for what I say. In other words, if anything come at me due to what I'm saying, it have nothing to do with my mans in them. But you don't realize that you put your people in danger by just being on the podcast. You see what I'm saying? By the pure fact that your people is there with you, they already involved. You're in the same car. It's no different than if you driving in a car together. It does involve them. So now your mans in them, their faces on social media. So if they catch them anywhere, they can make an example out of one of your mans in them just to get back at you, because they know that those are your people. So Hassan saying my words have nothing to do with what, my partners in them that's on the show, it has a lot to do with them. And that's why the dude in the hoodie, he's like, he's uncomfortable. He's sitting far back in the chair, slouched down, crossed hands. That's when you know you're not comfortable. Don't you know proper body language when you're around people? It says a lot. Let's say, for example, your supervisor calls you in the office because there was an issue, right? And you standing there and your supervisor's talking to you, you got your arms crossed. You know that that's a level of disrespect. When your arms is crossed and you standing up, it's a sign of I don't want to be here and I'm getting angry. I possibly want to fight. I'm just not hearing you. When you have your arms crossed, it's a language. You got to understand the language. This is why I can read people. You can tell when people guilty and when they don't want to listen. It's like talking to a child. They cross their arms. They don't want to be there. They don't want to listen to you. So when I look at his partner, it's like, look, I don't even want to be here right now. I'm here, but I don't want to be here because of what Hassan is saying. It's putting me in a situation I don't want to be in. And maybe your mans and them don't move like that. They probably move in silence. But with the way Hassan is going off, he's misrepresenting how his people may move. It's very, very serious.
Is right? Jay Prince, right? You let that innocent boy, right? My brothers, right?
What floor is this? The third floor?
Third floor.
Hassan.
Hold up, Matt. Let me
Hold
get a
on,
little
no, hold on. Hold on.
Because that's what balances me.
Pop, hold on.
My brothers balance me.
Pop, hold on.
No. Hey, listen, I don't want nobody hitting me like, where do we find Hassan? I'm like, I'm not lying to nobody.
Hold up, nah. Hold up.
Asking for nobody.
Yo, that's word to my mother. Listen, Jay Prince, you call Shorty a rat, right? Because y'all told, because y'all blew that little nigga brains out. That was an innocent kid. So you call him
allegedly. We're not putting nothing on nobody.
Hold up.
We're not putting nothing on nobody.
No. The tape says what they said. That.
The person who said allegedly is probably affiliated with Akademiks podcast. He have to say what he got to say to protect the podcast.
The tape showed your bastard son when the girl was crying. The witness, listen, the courts is the courts. And they said it's 3 minutes, nigga. The girl said, Jay Prince Jr., what do you want me to do with the body? He said, leave that nigga. That's what you felt about the little nigga?
Now, I need for somebody to send me that. If you have the video clip, because I seen the video clip with Junior walking past the body, right? Now, Hassan is saying that a girl asks, what do you want me to do with the body? And Hassan is saying that Jay Prince said, I guess something along the lines of leave that ninja there or to hell with him. I don't recall hearing that. I'm just saying. I don't recall hearing none of that mess. And again, to everybody in the chat, avoid the profanity because the mods is just going to start blocking people, right? You're going to get timed out. And if you continue, just going to get blocked, right? I don't know what it is with so-called people. They just keep doing things even though you're telling them not to do things. Follow instructions, fam. If I come into your house and I start cussing in your house, it's going to be a problem, right? Your kids is over there. Your woman is over there. I'm disrespecting. Follow instructions. Lay off the profanity. Use the asterisk symbol to hide certain words. Simple as that, right? When you go to your 9 to 5, you follow the rules, right? You follow the rules when the supervisor's around, but when the supervisor's not there, you break the rules. Well, I'm the supervisor, right? This is my house, right? If you can't understand that, we're going to get you up on out of the house. It's just that simple. We're trying to keep things clean so that people can have a conversation. We adults, right? Keep it clean so the moderators don't got to keep, deleting comments and doing all this other stuff. Straight like that. Let's go.
Conviction, nigga. It's on the internet. So what I'm saying to you is, right?
Ain't no extra mods coming in the building. The only mods I need is the mods I have. The mods I got been rocking with me for years. Straight up. In order to be a moderator, fam, you know what you gotta do? Number 1, you're supposed to be a patron. Number 2, you're supposed to be a supporter of the platform, right? And you have to be official. I ain't giving nobody any wrenches anytime soon because where much is given, much is required. And a lot of people want privileges, but they don't support the streams. They're not a patron. They don't share the videos. They don't do anything. Nope. Ain't being no mods of mine. My mods are the best on YouTube, hands down. My moderators are the best moderators on YouTube. And that's a fact. Right? Let's go.
Sometimes I wish I could go back to being me. I would slap the afro off of Jay Prince with that he's talking. Like, who you talking to? Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas. Nigga, we New York niggas.
Now, when you said we New York ninjas, you just put all of your mans and them in the same pot. You basically saying, my mans and them got my back, which mean I can talk grimy and I don't have to worry because my mans and them got their guns, they got the burners, they ready to rock with me. That's basically what you did right there, Hassan. You threw them under the bus with you. That's crazy. You can't do that, man. You know? Just hold your own. If you're going to talk grimy, hey, just do your thing, rock out, be as disrespectful as you want. At the same time, you got to remember the consequences of your actions. You know? It's social media, it's fun, it's entertaining, but we don't want to see nobody end up in a box.
Who you talking to? Take the what and leave the what?
Highs, calm down, Pop.
No, that nigga said up there said.
Notice how his man's is telling him calm down, because he know it's no need for all of that. There's no need for all of that, man. There is no need to go there. Why is it that with black men, they gotta always go up to the next level? If nobody violating your kids, your wife, you know what I'm saying? There's no need to take it to the streets. This is why I don't understand why black men always ending up in some drama and getting locked up for petty crimes and petty nonsense. If you're gonna go bring out the choppers and do all this nonsense, do that because somebody entered your home, because somebody violated seriously. That's the only time I recommend you go ham on people. But if a man never made a threat at you personally, there's no need to talk about who you're gonna slap, bro. There's no need. You're not impressing us, brothers. We're not impressed by that. Actions speak louder than words. You know the code. Right? Don't say what you're gonna do, fam. Never tell people what you're gonna do online.
Hold on, Pop.
Hold up. That nigga said up there said, hold up. He said up there said, yo, hold up. Jay Prince said up there said, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what he did, right?
I drink to that.
If you ever, hold up, brothers, right? You ever caught your wife cheating? Then told the it's your fault I cheated on you.
Nah.
I cheated on you.
I don't know why he asked, have you ever caught your wife cheating? Somebody in the room actually said yes. I don't know what that was like, but I don't know. That I don't even understand that point, but anyway.
You ain't washed the dishes.
Oh, she caught you cheating.
No. Jay Prince, what he did was equivalent to he telling everybody on the internet, all the real niggas, whoever that nigga was that made the statement is a rat. We don't even know if he's a civilian.
All right, Pop.
Hold up 1 second, I'm about to be finished. We don't even know if he's a civilian. We don't know what happened. But what we do know is, the street niggas know is, you took a nigga into your house that you said was your son's best friend, and then his nephew died there, and instead of you sitting up there saying, yo, whatever I could do to take care of...
You know what's so interesting about these type of topics is like, a lot of black men, they pride themselves in being street ninjas. But when the police come around, everybody run. I don't understand that math. I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, again, if your occupation is being a gangster, because my occupation is being a family man, but I'm also a protector. I don't talk about what I'm gonna do to another man. At the same time, I gotta vindicate my home. One thing I realize is that a lot of black men pride themselves in being gangsters as if it's some sort of badge of honor. They love to talk about how long they've been in prison. They served 10 years, 20 years. And it's like to try to get some sort of street credibility. You could have been in prison for 20 years and was somebody's woman in prison for 20 years, for all I know. You see what I'm saying? You could have been getting your tail beat every single day and had your commissary money given to somebody else, washing drawers and underwears, for all I know. As black men, I think we personally need to stop glorifying this lifestyle of I'm a street ninja. Like we say these type of things on social media, like police not watching, like the feds is not watching. Like if everybody was street ninjas the way everybody say, everybody will be locked up. Why, if you're a street ninja, when the police come around, you run, you duck and hide? If you gangster, be about that life, man. Like, hey, just be gangster. Don't be gangster when the police is not around. When the police is around, bring the choppers out, bring the burners out, and just represent your hood. Because I don't know anybody that just want to go to prison to rep some streets. Like, seriously. We got to do better as black men. We got to do better. Because we do these things right on social media, self-snitching on ourselves all the time. Every single time, self-snitching. We got our locations out there. People know where we live, and we be talking about we gangsters. And the police just be monitoring our house, our phones, and just monitoring everything we do on our social medias. Half of the stuff is clout, bruh. Half of it is cap. Family men are not gangsters. Family men are not gangsters. They're not street dudes. You know what I mean? I'm not a street dude. I'm not a gangster. I'm a family man. That's my occupation. Family man. I stay in my lane. I do what I gotta do. And one thing I know that as men we supposed to do is we never tell people what we're gonna do online. You don't utter those words. You don't have beef with another man and tell him, when I see you, what I'm gonna do. That's a threat. Now, Jay Prince Sr. made a threat to Offset because he felt that Offset said some threats too. That Offset may have went off and said what he's gonna do to the Prince family. So that mean that there was some words, some exchange. I don't know how he know, but he know. So they both threatening one another. It's bad on both sides. It's bad if Offset threw out threats that he can't cash. And it's also bad for Jay Prince to clap back with more threats. It's bad because if something was to happen to Offset, the feds is coming to Jay Prince. So it's a bunch of self-snitching going on. It's a lot of self-snitching going on. I don't understand how people moving like this.
Family, and in this tragic, you sit up there deflecting, calling a nigga a rat.
Yes, he was deflecting. I agree. Mob Ties was deflecting, calling Migo Bands a rat, which makes no sense. I'm just trying to figure out why the feds and the police was talking to Migo Bands, but they wasn't talking to Jay Prince Jr. They weren't talking to Quavo. You know? Why is that he's the only one they were talking to? So, in a way, Jay Prince is probably saying he's a rat, not because he's a rat. Because look, when I do my reactions, when I do my breakdowns, I try to think as logical as possible. Why is it that the investigators only talked to Migo Bands and not nobody else that was there? Who is Migo Bands? Who did he work for? Could he be a part of the feds? So when Jay Prince says he's a rat, I don't think he said it in the context of a rat, like, you know, like a rat, but more or less like an informant, somebody that works closely with the feds, that this is what they do for a living. Because he was singing in the police report. He told them he got the gun from Jazz Prince. He told them that he put the gun in a little flower box or something like that, and he took a flight and got up out of Houston. So I'm like, hold up. Why would you put a gun in a little flower pot down the street if you did nothing wrong, if it's all self-defense? And how come Migo Bands didn't get caught up in some sort of RICO case with the death of Takeoff? How he got off? You understand? So it kind of looked like a rat, if you know what I mean. It kind of looked like that way. You know, appreciate the support, Deborah and KK, for joining the membership. Appreciate you. It's very important. It's very important that we analyze all of these different points. I don't think that he was calling him a rat just to say he's a rat to deflect. He's more or less trying to figure out how is it that he's so close in with the police and telling them all this information to put my son involved in the death of Takeoff. Because we noticed Jazz was not there during that interview. Jazz didn't even show up. He seems to be more of a laid back kind of dude that just stay out of the way, which is to me how the pops should be. The pops shouldn't even be in the public talking, in my humble opinion. You should have other men that are doing this type of work. If you're a boss, you shouldn't even be online talking. So just stay out of the way. Just stay out of the way and let other people handle these type of conversations. Let other people do the interviews that you pretty much let them know, hey, this is what the interview is. Speak on behalf of the family, and that's it. Let Junior hold his own weight. It was his private party. He was there. He the commander. Let him defend himself. Pops don't need to be there. Well, yeah, Jazz have sense in that he's not going to be in the public eye. You know what I mean? He's not going to be in the public eye because he don't want to be under public scrutiny. At the same time, he rock with Quavo. Him and Quavo is mad cool. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Quavo and what he's going to say publicly, because Prince said that eventually Quavo's going to come out and talk. I'm waiting for that interview. And I want to know which podcast Quavo going to be on. He might be on Vlad. He might be on Akademiks, possibly $1 Million Worth of Game. You know, he's going to be on a podcast that have a lot of followers. Trust and believe that. He's not going to be on a channel that have a low amount of subscribers. He's going to be on a channel that have a large platform. Trust and believe that.
Reality of it is, yes, certain niggas are rats, but we ain't gonna take away the fact that you set a nigga up, lined the nigga up, left the nigga in your fucking house, he died in your kitchen, and you sat up there and still ate spaghetti like it was nothing. Nigga, you super foul.
Wow. Anyway, y'all, we covered the case with the Hassan Campbell situation. I think that he definitely violated, crossed the line. He's gonna have to, I guess, own that one and deal with any sort of criticism, because, hey, you on social media and you do anything and people call you out on it, you can't be in your feelings. Number one, as a man, you got to just own it and be like, yo, people giving me pushback. Let me recap, adjust, see what I did, where I went wrong, and just correct what you did. If you're going to talk about Jay Prince, I don't got no problem. Say what you want about him. But when you cross the line, violating his mom, talking about suck this and suck that and F this, I'll slap you in your face, blah, 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 whoopity whoop. Nah, cross the line. Now we can't respect that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get up on out of here, do what I got to do. Shout out to the mods, V-Dub Man in the building. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody that support the stream via Super Chat, Cash App. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe today. Ringo TV Reactions. Click that notification bell for all so you can be notified when I go live. If you haven't clicked that like button, click the like button. Stop being stingy with the likes. Likes don't cost you not $1. It's not going to hurt your finger to click the like button. Seriously. Right? So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Have a blessed day at work, wherever you got to do in your business, driving, you on the road, truckers, whatever the case is. Salute to everybody for rocking with the platform, supporting the streams. We're going to keep you posted on the news, finding out what's going on in these streets. We provide you with the best commentary. We don't play any games. We're fair and balanced. We just speak the truth straight up, and it is what it is. So, hey, y'all be safe out there. Once again, peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Ringo TV Reactions. I'm out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.